Welcome back to another video, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. By the title of this video, you guys already know what this video is about. I'm gonna be stitching on this new steering wheel cover. It does look weird, but I'm pretty sure it'll look a lot better once it's on. So a friend of mine, Robin, he sent me this steering wheel cover. He had it on his EcoBoost as well, but he accidentally bought two instead of one. So he just had a spare one laying around. His steering wheel looked a lot better. He said that he just searched it up on eBay and found a cover thing, and he just bought it. It was about 50 bucks. Instead of buying like a whole steering wheel, which is about a couple $100, this is definitely like the cheaper option. It's like this nice material up here, but we have this guy right here. You can't eat this. So a lot of the EcoBoost owners or the Mustang owners usually upgrade their steering wheel just because how bad the stock one is. It's just very circular and it doesn't have any grip. But the way my friend one looked, it looked pretty good. So I was gonna buy one myself, but luckily he had one in spare. As you guys can see, it's a lot grippier material. It feels like it's a good quality, especially if you're tracking your car. You definitely want a grippier steering wheel, and it's most beneficial if you're going at very high speeds. So we're back in the garage again. We're gonna attempt to take off the stock steering wheel, which is right there. Before we do that, we need to disconnect the battery just because we're gonna be dealing with airbags, and you don't want the airbag to go out on your face. Okay, so next what we're trying to do is take off the steering wheel, and with that we gotta pop this open first, which is by these two little holes that are pretty hard to see. Okay, so we have already came across our first problem. You guys see this? The hole is behind this goddamn paddle shifter that I installed, and if I do take it off, which is pretty hard to take off because it's on there pretty tightly, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to put it back on. What I was thinking, it's probably easier, instead of taking off the entire steering wheel, what I could do is I could just put it on while the steering wheel is just like this. Okay, so I just did a little bit of research, and I have seen people putting on the steering wheel cover on, and a lot of people say you don't have to take it off. A little bit more trickier, and it takes a bit more time because I have to do everything right here. Okay, so I kind of put on the cover and just like a mock-up, and it comes out like this. So you guys can see that this part is supposed to be on top, and I'm supposed to basically just stitch this together. So they have these type of stitching, so you basically put your needle in there and just do it across. You just basically do that for the entire steering wheel. So these type of pieces are supposed to be pushed in. I'm gonna have to get my flathead screwdriver and like try to push it inside right here as well, and like right here as well. So I was able to stitch a little bit of it, like right here, and you guys see how good the stitching is. It's not bad, is it? I just ran out of string, so I'm gonna get more string for the needle, and I can complete this section up to there, to there. Basically, it did take a bit of time. I think this much probably took me about 25 minutes. It is a bit time consuming, but if you have nothing else to do throughout the day, it's definitely a good project. Ended up finishing the stitching. It is a little bit messier than what this side is. That's okay. I'm gonna try cleaning it up after I finish all the stitching. Then I'll just use my scissors to cut like small little strings that are hanging out, including this one. Alright guys, so it's getting a bit late now, so I'm probably gonna pick it up where I left off tomorrow. It is nearly done. I just have this other side to go. All these sides are pretty much done. I just have to push these in and maybe tape some. I don't know. It's looking good the way it is right now, but it is very time consuming. I think I spent about 2.5 hours today trying to stitch this up, and I do have to go to work after this. Alright guys, so we are back. Back and still finishing the steering wheel, and guess what? I lost the needle. I left it right here. I don't know where it went, so I had to go inside, get another needle from my mom, and hopefully this one doesn't get lost. But this is huge, so that's what she said. Hopefully it does the job. Alright guys, so the steering wheel is done. As you guys can see, it looks pretty good. I finally finished it. It took me about 2 days. I think I spent probably an hour today. Finally finished stitching this part, and I tucked in all the pieces like right there, taping the back side. I don't know if you guys can see that. Basically on the same side right here, and the same thing right here too. It feels good. And now I'm just gonna go take it out for a test drive and see if it actually makes the driving experience a lot better. It actually feels not too bad, honestly. I'm just driving around my neighborhood because I don't want to go too far. It really feels good, especially on the turns. See, if I'm like on a stop sign right now, it's super grippy. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a DT 350 wheel. It kind of feels like that. Besides the bottom part, it is still circle. It is really comfortable. The steering wheel covering actually makes the steering wheel a lot thicker, and it feels like if I was to take this car to a track, it feels like I'll get more traction, even though I won't, but it feels like I'll have better handling. It's weird the way that your brain works, even though the steering wheel doesn't have much effect on the way the car drives, but it definitely improves the way the driver feels about the car. It's definitely worth it, especially this was only 50 bucks. Like, can you believe this? This looks like a whole new steering wheel. Since the steering wheel is super cheap, it does cushion the reliability. I don't know when I'll see like tears and stuff, or when these stitches will actually break. That's the one thing that I'm kind of concerned about. If it was good quality, and if it was a bit more expensive, or if it was a different steering wheel that you could just upgrade to, I wouldn't be worried about the stitching. But if one of these stitches comes off, I feel like the entire wheel is going to be toasted. So I'm probably going to do updates in my future videos, but for now the car kind of feels good. I feel like I should take it out a little bit more, but I'm gonna stay in my neighborhood. You guys saw how the diff is about to break, so I'm not gonna risk it for now.